Hey, LJ from letsphotoshop.com. This time I'm going to show you how to color adjust your picture, increase the contrast, sharpen the image, and then add a vignette at the end. So I'm going to show you the before and after. This is the after, of course, and before it looked like that. It was really blown out, not much details. So I sharpened it, I color adjusted it, and I increased the contrast. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So first I'm just going to duplicate it with Control J so we have a backup, and I'm going to go to Control L for levels, and I'm just gonna drag this middle one a little bit to make it a little bit darker, something not too much. So then I'm gonna go to curves, Control M, and I'm gonna make the famous S curve. So you have darkness, you have down in here in the picture, the darkness in the picture is down here, and you have the lighter parts of the image up here. So when I drag this one down, I'm gonna make the darkness darker. So I make, yeah, and I'm gonna do this a little bit one up, just to create some contrast, not too much, just a little bit. And I'm gonna go to hue and saturation, Control U, and I'm gonna bring the saturation down. I'm not gonna make it black and white. I'm gonna still have a little bit of color, but still really saturated. So something like that. And to sharpen the image, I'm gonna go to Filter, Sharpen, and Unsharp Mask. So this is already set for what I'm using, but when you do this, if you start at 0, 0, 0, you don't want the radius to be too big. You'll see later, because then it looks really sick. So the radius maybe 4 or something, and then you just increase the amount until you get something you want. So this varies for every picture that you're gonna use, so don't use the exact same values that I'm using. So I guess something like that looks cool. So for the last part, I'm going to show you how to create the vignette. So I'm going to create a new layer with Control Shift N, just press enter, and I'm sure there's a lot of ways of doing this, and I'm sure that this is not the best way. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. So let's just choose the ellipse tool. You can just press and hold if you don't have that one. If you have the rectangle one, go down to the ellipse tool, and then I'm gonna start in one corner, click and drag, and let go in the other corner. And now I had selected the third one, so I fill everything. If I use the other ones, I get the shape. Here you get the shape and you get the path, but you just want the fill. So with this selected, just click the magic wand tool and select everything. And we don't really want this, we want everything but this one. So to get out to the other corners, you can just press Shift Control I, and that reverses the selection to everything else. So with that selected, just hit Control Shift N to create a new layer, and just go to the bucket tool and fill everything, and then you can go and delete the other one we used. So just delete that layer and just press that one to deselect. So just go up to your vignette layer and go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian blur, and just hit it on max depending on how big your image is, but I have to use that. It's thinking. And then I changed the opacity because it's a bit too strong. So I'm just gonna bring it down. Yeah, something like that. So the before and after, there you have it. Have fun with it.